Now I can show you, I can teach you how core values, how these strategies tie to your bottom line, ties to your productivity, it ties to your revenue, and it helps to lower your turnover rate with your employees. I can show you how that works. I believe there's something very important about having a childlike curiosity. And one of my favorite quotes is, it's a powerful place of discovery when you can ask why, when you can be curious. Years ago when I was a little girl, my dad was a mechanic. Whenever he was home, I was always wanting to be around my dad. So I would be outside playing. He would be under the hood of the car and I would say, "Poppy," that's what I called him, "what are you doing?" He would say, "Oh, I'm just checking the oil level on the car." I was always curious, so I was like, "Why are you doing that?" "Oh, because I have to make sure that it's, not low." And so I was like, why? I kept asking the question, why? And so that's one of the things I want to talk to you about, especially in the corporate sector, is about making sure that your people have the room and they have the space to ask questions. So let's start at a very critical place. What is 5 Whys? 5 Whys is a very simple yet effective tool for solving problems. It's primarily used to find the exact reason that causes a given problem by asking a sequence of why questions. Each question forms the basis of the next question. So it's something that we do in sequence, but it's very powerful, and yet again, it is very simple. This method helps teams to focus on finding the root cause. In other words, there are a lot of things that we understand about problems in our organization, and most of those things, our understanding a lot of times is at the surface. But what we want to do sometimes is we want to go deep. We want to find out exactly what the root problem is. What is the root cause of the issues that we are having? Let's look at this from a leadership standpoint. How is this beneficial to us as leaders? Because it's our responsibility, your responsibility and my responsibility to lead, guide, and direct. And yes, teach our teams how to solve problems. Also, as effective leaders, it is our responsibility to inspect what we expect. Ask questions to better understand. Ask your folks, is this working for you? What's not working? How can I better support you? If the answer you provided to the why question does not get to the root cause, then you continue to ask the question. Remember, it's a process. Remember to be patient with the process. It is a process. It's not going to happen magically. It's going to take a little time. And this is not something that you want to do in a 5-minute or a 15-minute staff meeting. And then last but not least is that you have to trust. You have to be trusting one of another. We have to be better communicators. And what does that mean and what does that look like? So what it doesn't look like is sending a memo from the office of the CEO saying, this is what's going to happen, without having conversations with your people. Engage your people, right? This is one of the things we've talked about, is allowing your people to ask questions, allowing them to be a part of the process, and that gives them ownership. Everybody wants to learn something new. As you learn, you're able to teach. I have an acronym, ABL, and ABL stands for Always Be Learning. There's always an opportunity to learn something. And then as you learn, you're able to give back. One of the things that I do to give back in the community is I'm a professor at a local college. And a lot of my students, primarily the traditional students, talk about respect. And the best way to receive respect, especially in our organizations, is to show people that you care about what they bring to the table. To let people know that you care about the fact that they're there and that they're providing a service.